It was just supposed to be a simple road trip. Nothing fancy, just a family of 5 heading down a quiet stretch of highway on their way to a birthday celebration. Marcus Carter gripped the steering wheel with one hand, his eyes fixed on the road ahead, while his other hand rested gently on the center console. The sun had barely dipped beneath the horizon, painting the sky in streaks of gold and lavender. His wife, Danielle, rode beside him, thumbing through the GPS. She was quiet, too quiet. That caught Marcus's attention. "You good?" he asked, casting a sideways glance at her. Danielle nodded, then shook her head. "I don't know, something feels off." From the back seat, 12-year-old Lily had already dozed off, her head slumped against her older brother Jake's shoulder. Jake, headphones in, was tapping a rhythm against the car door, and nestled behind them in the 3rd row was Grandma June, softly humming a hymn. Marcus smiled at the scene. He loved moments like this, simple, warm, safe. But Danielle didn't seem to share the peace. "I think we need to pray," she said suddenly. Marcus raised an eyebrow. "Now?" Danielle didn't answer. She just reached out and gently placed her hand on his arm. Her lips moved in a silent prayer, eyes closed. Behind them, Grandma June's humming stopped. A deep breath followed, and then, "Marcus," she said, her voice clear and sharp. "Pull over, right now." He glanced into the rearview mirror. "Why? There's nothing out there." "I said pull over," she repeated, firmer this time. "Don't ask, just do it." He hesitated, but something in her voice, the weight of it, the certainty, made him flick on his blinker and ease the car onto the shoulder. They sat there for barely 6 seconds when it happened. A deafening roar split the calm as an 18-wheeler thundered past them on the wrong side of the highway. Its headlights were wild, its trailer swerving violently across the lanes. The truck missed their vehicle by a whisper, kicking up a hurricane of wind and debris in its wake. Then silence, a silence that screamed. Marcus's hands were glued to the wheel. Danielle had gone pale, her mouth open but speechless. The kids had woken up, startled by the noise, but unaware of just how close death had come to them. It was Grandma June who finally broke the silence. "You see what I mean now?" They all sat in stunned silence, watching the taillights of the truck disappear into the distance. Within minutes, sirens wailed somewhere far off. They would later learn that the truck's brakes had failed and that it had crashed just a mile up the road, killing the driver instantly. Had they not pulled over, they would have been in its direct path. There would have been no time to react, no time to steer, just impact. Danielle turned in her seat, tears welling in her eyes, and looked back at her children, still blinking, still breathing, still here. She reached for Marcus's hand. "That was God," she whispered. He nodded slowly. "Yeah," he said. "It was." That night, they never made it to the birthday party. Instead, they sat in a gas station parking lot, huddled together in disbelief and gratitude. Jake asked to say a prayer before they started driving again. Lily told her mom she wanted to learn how to talk to God too, and Marcus, who had always believed but never deeply, found himself overcome with a quiet conviction that something bigger had been looking out for them all along. Months passed. Life went on, but that night never faded. Not because it was terrifying, but because it reminded them that sometimes God doesn't send lightning bolts or burning bushes. Sometimes he sends whispers, a nudge, a feeling, a reason to pull over. So the next time your heart warns you, the next time you feel that quiet tug in your spirit, don't ignore it, because that might just be God saving your life. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this story,